The conflict between wildlife and humans is growing in Kenya's Amboseli National Park despite precautions taken by placing electrified fences to prevent wildlife from entering areas that are increasingly being used for commercial agriculture. Oscar Pildi brings us the story.
Of the adult generation here, few were able to study, like this child. They tended to their herds.
And you said, do you want to go to school?
What is his ambition? Simply to get wealthy.
They decided to divide land into divisions so that everybody to part his part of land. We want everybody to benefit.
The nearly 5,000 members of the group ranch felt let down by their 3 representatives. The crops produced in Namelog can now be expanded on private farms, although they claim they have also demarcated protected areas to benefit from a new common management program by tourism and conservation organizations and their donors, who rent fragile land, paying for the passage of animals, and building these electrified fences to protect communities from wildlife and vice versa.
We have people with cows, we have people without cows, and they sell that land because of poverty. They send children to school. They want also to pay the land, so because once we said we divide the land, you have to pay as a member.
We are pastoralism, so when there's no rain here, we need to move. When the land should be divided, maybe people will sell cows because everybody say you don't come to my small land. I don't want to see the cows here. In future life coming, there's no migration of cows. People sell cows, you can remain with 2 cows only for milking.
In Kimana, many plots are leased to produce tomatoes or onions. Curious about the smell, elephants visit them at night.
He destroyed this area.
The scouts of the Big Life Foundation try to prevent conflict. Kamba tenants have paid several hundred thousands to the Maasai Tajiri, or ranch owners. Ngei lights a fire to scare off the elephant as he expands his crop.
I want to expand. That's why I'm burning grass to increase the onion. Even if the elephant comes and destroys it, I have to work the land again.
The scouts are local Maasai and support the communities by guarding the wildlife corridor, which, at this entrance to the Kimana sanctuary, is only 200 meters wide. They keep the elephants away from the fence to reduce conflict. They also rent out plots of land with international donations. There is no poaching, no one kills elephants here, but the habitat in which they have lived with the herders is narrowing.
We are looking after our fence to be good, so that can look after the animals to pass the corridor.
The elephant that has just been expelled from the area later smashed the fence.
He cheated us and then came back to us and then to enter the chambers.
The electric shock is supposed to have deterred it from going through the fence.
The ecosystem management plan designates it for wildlife and livestock use only. But actually we're seeing a lot of agricultural development taking place within it. So, unless it's managed correctly, we'll see Amboseli being strangled. Amboseli requires wildlife to move in and out. It's part of the ecosystem. The ecosystem today is a lot smaller than it was 50 years ago, 100 years ago. It was probably once about 3 million acres. Today, what you could truly say the ecosystem where animals have passage and can move is maybe 1.5 million.
An ecosystem management plan and its proper implementation, the other condition for preservation.
Desde Amboseli, Oscar Rebelde para teleSUR.